I'm trying to think. 4-H.
4-H.
Yeah, we had probably lots of things. I don't know whether they still have home economics
Okay.
and different elective subjects like that. You know, which were very helpful in life.
Okay.
Yeah, and but we had various clubs and different athletic things going on.
Okay. So what year did you come out?
In 66.
1966. Okay. And then what did you do?
For a while, I stayed in Atlanta with my sister, and then I joined the Job Corps, and I stayed in the Job Corps for about a year and a half. And after about a year and a half, I came out, and I had really done a couple of things while I was there. I done some secretarial, and I done some photography, as far as film developing and things like that. And I remember when coming out, it was very, very hard to find a job. I was trying to remember what year.
Speaking of jobs, do you remember the first job you had, even if you were in school? Did you work in it while you were in school?
No, I didn't work while I was in school.
So what was the first job?
The first job I had was at a printing company.
Okay.
And they did manuals for...
Well, that's here or in Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Okay.
They did manuals for the government, like about airplanes and other things of that nature.
Okay.
And I helped out in the printing department, and also helped develop the negatives that they used to print the books and things.
Okay. And then what did you do after that?
Actually, I did that probably for about a year or two, and I'm trying to think. Then I think I came back home.
Okay.
And it was really, really hard to find a job around here. I can see why things are like they are in Athens. To me, as far as jobs and opportunities, nothing has really changed. And I was able to get a secretarial job with counseling service. And I did that from 1971 to 73.
What counseling service was that?
Oh, goodness.
Where was it located?
It was located downtown. It was located in the old, well, it's still down there in the building downtown where they do the eyeglasses, next to where the new water department is.
Okay.
I think they do eyeglasses on every other Friday in that building.
Okay.
And I think it was Athens Family Counseling Service.
Okay. That sounds familiar.
And after that, I took the post office test, and they didn't really have any openings here in Athens. So I went to work in Atlanta in September of 1973.
Okay. So you took the test, you passed the test, and then you started with the post office in Atlanta.
Yes, because Atlanta came down here recruiting.
Oh, okay.
They actually needed some people. So they came down here to recruit people.
Okay. And so, how long did you work with you managed the post office?
I retired after over about 34 years.
34 years. Okay. So you spent a little time in Atlanta working, and you did the rest of the time here?
Yeah, I spent 4 years in Atlanta.
Okay.
From 1973 to 1977.
Okay.
And when I came here in 1977, believe it or not, they had never had a full-time black female employee. So I was the first full-time black female employee in Athens, Georgia, with the U.S. 1977, the U.S. Postal Service.
Okay. Was that downtown? Where were you?
I was located over on Chase Street.
Chase Street. I remember
because they had several buildings.
Right, I remember that now.
I was a clerk.
For 34 years. Okay. Now tell me about your family. Do you have kids? You married?
No, I'm not married.
Okay.
I'm divorced. I have twin daughters.
Okay.
And both of them went to the University of Georgia. They graduated from West Georgia University. It was West Georgia College
Okay.
then.
Over in
They got
Carrollton.
a BA degree
Mhm.
in psychology, and they have a master's degree in social work.
Okay.
My daughter that lives in New York, her husband is a district manager for J.C. Penney's,
Okay.
and she's a stay-at-home mom.
Mhm.
They have one child, and my daughter that lives here, Tanya Jones, she's married to Fabian Jones.
Okay.
He's the police chief for the Clark County School District,
Okay.
and she heads the Upward Bound program for the University of
Okay.
Georgia.
I met her, Small World.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
What about
yes,
that? Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And they have one daughter.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay.
Mhm.
So you got a two.
I had two granddaughters.
Okay. What's the grandchildren name?
The grandchildren, Jasmine lives in New York.
Okay.
She's 16.
Uh-huh.
She's gonna come down this summer and do some work at the Land Trust.
Okay.
She wants to go to the University of Georgia,
All right.
so she's trying to get her some roots in Athens.
Okay. Sounds good.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
And my 11-year-old is Gabrielle
Okay.
Jones.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And she sings.
She good?
She sings and dances.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Are they in church or?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh. We are a
What
member.
church?
Here we're a member of New Freedom Christian Center in
Okay,
East Athens.
okay.
Pastor Elsie
Reverend,
Ford.
Reverend Ford.
Uh-huh.
We interviewed Reverend Ford.
Praise God. That's great.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. He
Yeah.
told us a lot about Magnolia and
Oh
who
yeah,
grew
because
up
he
there.
grew up over here, went to school here.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So how long have you been a part of New Freedom?
Since 1985.
85.
Almost since inception. They started the church in May of 1985, and I started going in September of
Okay.
1985.
Okay. Okay.
We started in his basement.
Right. I remember. I just lived across the street from him on Nottingham.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. So God showed us favor, and we are where we are now at 695 Vine Street.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. And anything else you want to tell me about church or community or clubs or?
Well, I had spent a lot of my time from the time I retired until 2012 just taking care of my parents.
Okay.
I enjoyed it, and I'm glad it's something that I did because I got to know them on another level. I got to know more of me because I could see me in them, and you wonder why your toenails look like they do, and
Things like
yeah,
that.
things like that, you know.
Right.
And it was just because they were just superhuman beings.
Mhm.
I often have people to come up to me and even when they were living and tell me about stuff that they would do, and you know, I'm like, I didn't know about that.
Right.
But they
What
weren't
kind of
those that they weren't that kind of
Tell me,
tell.
give me an example of some things that they did for folks.
Like relatives, you know, when they were having hard times, food, money,
Okay.
different things like that, just or time, whatever it took, you know, to help out.
Okay.
They were just good people, and I praise God that the loving, kind people that they were, that's who died, that's who passed away. They never got mean and just, you know how sometimes,
Right,
you know, age and the
happen.
memory and stuff go, and it's not anything that older people do intentionally,
Right, just happened.
but they were just sweethearts
Not
to the
with
day
them.
they died.
That's the blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so, what are you doing now? I know you're involved with the Land Trust, so just tell me all about what you're doing now.
Okay. I got involved with the Land Trust, I believe it was back in 2012. One of my church members, Mary Frances Ford, Pastor Ford's sister,
Okay.
she saw me in church one Sunday. She said, well, I said, huh? She said, this lady came by the office today, and she wanted to know, did we know anybody that had a skill or was doing something that may turn into a business
Okay.
or something? And she said, I told her, I know a lady that can really bake.
Okay.
And so she gave me Christina's card.
Okay.
And she told me a few things Christina had said about they were going to start classes for up and coming entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And I had called Christina and in 2012, and they were going to get started up in February, and they did. We went to class from February through April.
Okay.
And I do know
Where were the classes held?
the class were held at the Land Trust office every Saturday.
Okay.
And through them, through those classes, they brought in a professor from several times from the university. They brought in bank people.
Okay.
Aside from that, Christina taught the classes. We learned how to market our product.
Okay.
We learned the business end. I know the baking end. I know how to
Okay.
make something that tastes good. But I never was comfortable with how much to charge or what I felt the worth of my product was, or actually to know how much a teaspoon of flour or egg costs relative to, what I'm charging.
Right.
And what's the value of my goods.
So you was able to break it all down.
Break it all completely down and be able to understand that and to be able to come to the market with my product with an acceptable price to the public.
Okay.
And I just appreciate that so much. They help us to get our ServSafe license.
Okay.
If you're going to do any kind of cooking or you got to go through this, you have to go through the ServSafe course, which tells you how to keep food from going bad, how your kitchen should be, things in order and different things like this.
Okay.
And it was just amazing, and I've learned so much. And they taught us how to, during that course of time, they were teaching us how to get our USDA license, and I'm speaking relative to what I do. And our business license and other licenses. We had classes and material on how to get our federal ID number, and just everything on the business end.
Okay. Now tell me about your business.
My business is called ICOOK_IE for you. I cook E for you.
Okay.
And I do bakery goods. My top seller is stuffed cookies.
Stuffed cookies.
Stuffed cookies.
Tell me about that. Make me hungry.
Okay. A stuffed cookie has a bottom, and it has a middle. It can have caramel, chocolate, nuts, whatever is good and yummy.
Okay.
And then it has a little strips across it. It looks like a pie. It's about that big around.
Okay.
And it has a top on it.